What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Paranormal Rush Hour. I'm your host, Ryan Rush, and tonight I've got another email for you guys. This one's really cool, too, because I've been wanting to hear from somebody who's had an experience like this, because you don't ever hear about this. This is pretty neat, and I've never met anybody that's seen one of these. And if any of you guys have, you need to tell me about it because I want to know. I want to hear a lot more of these encounters. But this one actually happened pretty close to where I am. I mean, it's not far. It's like one state over, so. And not far from where I am, actually, because I live really close to this state. It's a border. So, anyway, I know some of you guys have seen, like, some of the videos where I found Sasquatch areas, like right there on the state line. And I mean, these were like massive spots, like right off the road, right off of a highway. I mean, it's not like a major highway, but it is well traveled. Anyway, it was pretty neat because there was big structures and stuff right off the side of the road. And I had noticed them a few times because there was a big X made with logs that was like right there and you could see it perfectly. And I just knew there was other stuff back there. So I went and walked from Alabama to Georgia and covered like probably 150 yards of the woods that way and recorded it all. And there was just tons of activity, signs of activity. And they were probably sitting right around there watching me too. I felt like it the whole time I was there. But anyway, and then I made another video going from Georgia to Alabama from that line, that side of the line, and covered about the same distance and saw about the same amount of stuff. This area was just massive, and it was really active. I mean, there was no possible way that, I mean, it had to be a lot of them that hang around there because there was so much stuff. Anyway, I've talked about that enough, and that's totally irrelevant to what this is about. So anyway, all right, let's get on with this. Okay. Hey, Ryan, I want to tell you about the time I saw a ET alien. It was one of the scariest things that's ever happened to me. I was at my friend's house one night about 5 years ago over here in Georgia, and he lives on this big bunch of land with a big field and raises cows. He told me over the years that he's seen UFOs over the field a lot, but nothing has ever happened. Well, that night we seen some headlights down around the woods that's by the field. So we got on his side-by-side and rode down there to see who was on his land. About that time, we got halfway there and saw what looked like the lights get brighter. You know how it looks when a car turns around at night. That's how this was. It looked just like that. So we was almost sure as we could be without seeing it that it was a vehicle. We get about 30 yards from the light, and boom, it's gone. My friend stopped and said, "Did they cut the lights?" I said I wasn't sure what was going on, and so he eased on up to where they was coming from when they were on, and I grabbed the spotlight and shined it into the woods right exactly in the spot the lights was. And we see a dang gray alien standing right there in the woods about 10 feet back from where they start. Man, we both yelled out some words I ain't going to repeat. And that thing moved fast as you know what to the side out of view of the light. Right when I had caught it with the light too, it squinted its eyes, so I knew it wasn't no costume or nothing like that. We went back the next day and looked at the place it was, and it was only about 5 foot tall when I compared to a tree it was by. The place we saw the lights had a whole bunch of broke sticks around it, and them and all the leaves was flattened out in a circle like somebody took a big old iron and laid it right down there. The alien had light gray skin and a big head and big eyes with no nose, and it looked like a tiny little mouth on it too. I only saw it for about 5 seconds, but it was standing in a clear spot with nothing in front of it, so we saw the whole thing. It was real skinny too. I mean, it looked like just bone and skin with no muscles covering it. We got the heck out of there as soon as it took off like it did. I mean, that sucker moved fast. I love hearing the weird stuff you get, so I thought I would send you some of my own. I've found out in life that about everybody there is has had at least one weird thing happen to them. Well, this was mine. Thanks, man. Take it easy. Blake. Thank you, Blake. That is a cool encounter. And if anybody else has had one like this, I want to hear about it. I mean, you never hear about people having sightings of grays, man. That's cool. That's something I'm really intrigued about. I don't want to see one myself. There's something about that trips me out too bad. I mean, I've seen ghosts and squatches and other things. I have no idea what they were, but grays and stuff, man, there's something about that has just always freaked me out more than anything else. So I want to leave that alone. But anyway, if anybody else has anything like that, man, send it to me. I'd love to hear about it. And any of your other stories too, anything weird that's happened to you, send it to me. paranormalrushhour@gmail.com or prhparanormail@gmail.com. Either one of those. Those are the two email addresses you can get your stories to me at. So anyway, I appreciate everybody that's sent them in so far, man. These have been awesome. And I know a lot of people have told me that they really enjoy hearing them. So you're entertaining a lot of people, if nothing else. And probably informing them, because these days, I mean, we've all seen crazy stuff, so we can all believe that it happens. It's just how it is. Keep hitting this thing. I moved it over a little bit. All right, guys. I appreciate it. Send me your stuff if you want. If not, I still love you. All right. Take it easy, and I'll be back with you guys really soon.